Paradrisham kashat gauram gambhiram मनोभूतकोटि प्रभाषि शरीरम् पुनर्भवकल्लोले ईशानुमन्त्रणा रसभारलोलेन्दु कण्ठे भुजङ्गा रसकुण्डलभ्रूतिनेत्रं विशालं प्रसन्नानदं नीलकण्ठं नयामि युगाधीशदर्भाभरं कुन्दमालं प्रियं शङ्करं सर्वनाथं भजामि प्रचण्डं प्रकष्टं प्रगल्भं परेशम् अखण्डं अजं भानुकोटिप्रकाशम् त्रयं शूलनिर्मूलनं शूलपाणिं भजेऽहं भवानीं पतिं भावगम्यम् कलातीत कल्याण कल्पान्तकारि सदा सज्जनानां सदाकापुरारि चिदानन्द संदोह मोहावहारि प्रसीद प्रसीद प्रभो मन्दानन्द संदोह मोहावहारि Now, as my heart flows out to you, receive the flow and glow. This is not a talk. I'm only talking and teaching for formality's sake. This is a transformation, an alchemy of total transformation. And each of you will receive the transformation to the degree you are receptive to my transmission and transformation. So this satsang, dear souls, this evening, this satsang today will be a transmission. So I know many of you are already experienced in practicing some form of yoga or healing. Now I will flood this room with the healing energy, and as I talk, this energy will increase. And you will feel the healing. You will feel the healing. So drop all inhibition and armor and make yourself available to the Master who is here before you. The Master is not about teaching. The teacher is about teaching. The Master is about transformation. Kriya Yoga is the alchemy of total transformation. And as you live your life day by day, there is nothing more than to create the reality within you with every breath. Do not waste even a moment. Do not waste even a moment. For the highest goal is your true self, which is God. There are no words that people say, God, some people say, Ishwar, some say, Allah, some say, the Son Christ, but these are mere dialects. You have to unveil the delusion which covers your mind. The splendor of your soul is covered with the mud of your mind of negative thoughts. That's what Kriya Yoga is going to do. It's going to uncover the mud of the mind from the splendor of your soul. This is what Kriya Yoga is all about. Now, exactly what is Kriya Yoga and who is it meant for? Kriya Yoga is meant for everybody. Anybody can do it, and it is very simple. But the effects are marvelous. If you follow the path, the dharma of Kriya Yoga, you will see yourself being transformed into the likeness of your own divinity, which lies at the core of your being. This I promise you. The whole world is seeking happiness. And the secret of that happiness lies in your breath, which we call Kriya Yoga. Let me explain to you in a little more detail. Our human body has two pranic currents. The Chitti, the original of Chi is Chitti. So one is the pranic current, the pranic Chitti, which arises from the base, the root chakra, up the spinal cord to the third eye. This is called the pranic current, which is evolutionary in nature and rejuvenates the body cells. The other breath flows from the third eye down the spinal canal to the root chakra. This is called the apanic current. Upon the pranic and apanic current, upon these two currents develops and depends the development of human consciousness. So Kriya Yoga is breathing the pranic and the apanic current. The apanic current, which goes downwards, detoxifies the body and burns your past evil karma. And the upward breath, which ascends up the spine, is the pranic current, which rejuvenates and evolves your consciousness into your parent source. Now, your parent source is your true self. You can call it Ishwar, God, Allah, Ahur Mazda. But that is a question of dialect. I'm here to give you the essential fact. Yoga is not a religious cult or creed. It's a lifestyle, a way of life. It helps you to do what you're already doing better. And for this, the grounding principle of what I'm teaching is this. Listen and see if your heart likes it. This is the soul cry. Humanity is our uniting religion. Breath, our uniting prayer. And consciousness, our uniting God. No religion, cult or creed. We ruffle no feathers. You can keep your individual likes and your individual perfumes and your individual religions and your individual ideologies. I won't touch it. But let's expand it into a wider dimension, because humanity needs to be one. If Earth's peace is to herald the dawn of the new age, which is already upon us, let us all realize that humanity is our uniting religion, breath our uniting prayer, and consciousness our uniting God. Everybody is agreed. If you don't want to pray with me, don't pray. Breath our uniting prayer. Everybody is praying from all denominations. But the prayer is so simple, we don't even notice it, we take it for granted. I'm just telling you to be aware of this uniting breath, our uniting prayer. That is Kriya Yoga. Now, as you breathe the Kriya breath, you're breathing O3, you're breathing ozone. The breath you take in this yogic manner is filtered. only the final breath, the O3, the oxygen, comes in, it oxygenates your body. Your lungs and your body cells are filled with oxygen by the practice of Kriya Yoga. So the body finds it unnecessary to breathe too much of breath. And when it finds it's unnecessary to breathe, the mechanism of the heart slows down. It is a slower metabolic threshold. The lungs are working less, they are purified. The heart finds it easier to breathe and beats slower because the work that the heart and the lungs do, you're already doing by a superior and deliberate method of the practice of this yogic pranayama, the yogic life energy control called Kriya Yoga. And therefore it is very scientific. It's based on science. So we all breathe in any case. I have a suggestion. We all breathe in any case. Then why not breathe for God? Anything wrong with that? If you're breathing in any case and you're wasting millions of breaths and idling your time, quarreling with one another, creating hatred, creating jealousy, it's all going on. Cutthroat competition, stress, tension. Why do we keep all this aside and say, oh divine reality, I exist. I do not know God, whether you exist or not exist. But I have that inner calling, that inner faith, that inner feeling that presiding over a million billion humanities and galaxies and clusters and the whole universe is a thing called a reality, a supreme reality. And that reality we give the name of God. I'm not telling you to believe in God. Don't believe in God. I don't believe in God. I don't believe in God. And I don't want you to believe in God. I don't believe in God. I know God. It's better to know God than blind faith and belief. So therefore, I urge you and exhort you to practice the necessary means to achieve the necessary end, which is God, which is the supreme reality. And that is by the practice of life force energy control called Kriya Yoga. Nothing to do with religion, creed. We are a non-denominational organization. And we have a vision and a mission statement. The Hamsa means the soul swan, the psyche. Each one's soul is like a white swan. All the Hamsa. You're all the Hamsa. We the Hamsa. This is our vision. We the Hamsas are meditated to the furthering of human awareness. We the Hamsas are dedicated to serving humanity as our larger self. Our larger self. All in me. You are my larger self. We the Hamsas are meditated for the furthering of human awareness. We the Hamsas are dedicated to serving humanity as our larger self. And we the Hamsas are devoted to new life awakening by Kriya Yoga for earth peace healing through self peace healing. I'll be silent. Let it sink into you. See how your heart likes it. It likes. Because I'm empathizing with all your heartbeats. It likes it. Because there's not a single tincture of ego or religion or cult of feeling. It's all about you. It's about humanity. And it's high time we start realizing humanity as our larger self. This is the 11th commandment. This is the future of tomorrow if we want to live in peaceful coexistence and harmony and love. This is the way forward. No religion, no cult, no creed. Individually we have it own. I won't speak this way or that. But when we get together as the world disciple, 7.6 billion people get together. All of us are cells in the body of that huge being called the world disciple, who's marching towards its own liberty and freedom. This is what Kriya Yoga does. That is the ladder. That is the path which takes you to realize your larger self. Humanity are uniting religion, breath are uniting prayer, and consciousness are uniting God. This is the 11th commandment. This is of the future. Unless we arise above all personal differences and walls and creeds and colors, we cannot unite as one family. We have to unite as one humanity. We have to unite as one civilization. We have to unite as one nation. We have to unite as one humanity. We have to unite as one community. We have to unite as one family. We have to unite as one being. That's where it goes. We're all one being in the body of the world disciple. So we come here to serve humanity as our larger self, and the push is to push humanity towards that Shangri-La, that utopia, that egalitarian society that you say, no, the Kalki Avatar, the second advent is going to come from Shambhalpur, which is a place in the Himalayas in the north, which we have called here in America Shambhala. How many of you have heard of the Shambhala bookstore or Shambhala books? Raise your hand. Well, that is the Shambhala they're talking about. That's in the Himalayas. It is approachable. And we have been there. We come from there. The people of the White Lodge come from there. The masters serve humanity as their larger self, to take them to their own utopia. But the ideology and the truth is vast. And therefore the practice of this yoga, by slow degrees, takes you into deeper and deeper and deeper levels of your own consciousness. The Kriya Yoga is an inner ascent. Are you listening to me carefully? Only 3 words. Are you listening to me carefully? Okay. Are you ready for the experience? So the Kriya Yoga is an inner ascent through ever more refined and ever more expanded spheres of mind to get to that consciousness, that God essence, which lies at the core of our own being. Kriya Yoga is an inner ascent to ever more expanded and ever more refined and ever more expanded spheres of consciousness. To get to that God essence, which lies at the core of our own being. Is that well understood? It's an inner ascent. And as you practice and you know, the gentle abrasion of your breath will refine your jiva and turn it into Shiva. Jiva is the soul and Shiva is the spirit. Like the gentle abrasion of the river refines and rounds off the rough corners of a stone and makes it round. So the gentle abrasion of the Kriya breath will round off the rough edges and the nasty edges of your character and make it as smooth as a shivling. It will transform your Jiva soul into the Shiva God. That is Kriya Yoga. the details of which I will give tomorrow. But today, I will tell you what the Kriya Yoga does. If I say humanity is our uniting religion, I must feel myself beating in every heart, pulsing in every heart. If I say humanity are uniting religion, I must feel your heartbeat. If I say humanity are uniting prayer, breath are uniting prayer, then I should be able to breathe through you. I. So today I will breathe through you. I. Is that a fair deal? But what's a deal can only be made if it's from two sides, right? So what's it from your side? What are you going to do? If I give you this gift, where I empower you with my life, if I lay my life on the line for you, what will you do for me? I will tell you what to do. If I lay my life on the line for you, you must promise to breathe with awareness every day and progress step by step to your God, which is your own expanded ecstasy of truth, your own ecstasy of truth. The answer lies within your soul. The answer lies within. So today I lay my life on the line. I breathe through your breath, and I know all of you are receptive. Don't ask questions for the moment. Drop the mind, open the heart, and be receptive for the experience. It will be repeated again. Before I begin the experience, I would invite some questions from you all. Any questions? Let it be simple. We're just a small family sitting in a little hall here. Nothing much. They have the same habits, same grumpy moods, same nasty habits, same loving attitude towards one another. We're all the same. Down deep, down deep, we are one. Yes. The soul and the spirit are two different things, just like a jug of ice and a tub of ice. Do you understand? It's just hardened. The God within you is hardened. You are crystallized consciousness. You're congealed light. You're congealed light. And light is just a wave, which is the wave of the consciousness of God. So it's a series of total transformation. It's an alchemy. The law of conservation of mass into energy. Right? Matter can neither be created nor destroyed. It can only be transformed from matter to energy, energy to light, light to consciousness. This transformation by the practice of Kriya Yoga is possible. This is what Kriya Yoga is. Light at its grossest is matter. Matter at its subtlest is light. So it is an alchemy of transformation. You understand? And beyond that light is the lightless light of consciousness. You get it? I'm trying to give it scientifically, it's not hocus pocus. God is not something in the air out there sitting in some antiseptic corner of the universe. God is breathing through your breath just now. You are the one. God is listening to what I'm saying now. God is speaking, and God is speaking to God who is listening. Then where's the difference? Why do I need to teach you if all of us are God? One God is more expressed than the other God. One God has washed away the mud of the mind that covers his soul to release the soul essence into the cosmic essence. The other minds are still covered, the other souls are still covered by the mud of the mind. Not bad, just a human thing. But now this is a new window of opportunity that let's make our profession God. Let's profess God. Let our identity God be God. Right? This is very, very important. Can you say something after me? Would you like to say something after me? Let's be intense. Say something and all in a heart. Say it in a heartful voice, okay? Don't say it half-heartedly. The heart, okay? So in all your life, in all your life. Breathe God. Say, breathe God.
Breathe God.
See God.
See God.
Smell God.
Smell God.
Hear God.
Hear God.
Taste God.
Taste God.
Touch God.
Touch God.
Live God.
Live God.
Die God.
Die God.
God God.
God God.
God God.
God God.
God God. Louder.
God God.
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 God God. God God. God God. God God. God God. God God. God God. God God. God God. God God. God God. God God. Oh. You must be intense. Then you hear the qualification mark. You know, when we used to study for exams in school and all, my dad used to tell me, only if you try for a super first, you'll get a first degree. If you try for a first, you'll get a second. If you try for a second, you'll get a third grade. So do your best. And this is, leave to God's best. Love Him with all your heart, and all your mind, and all your soul, and all your strength. Time is fleeting. Every moment passes by. We have to trust the rings pass not. The first ring pass not is trust, death, and consciousness. So dear soul, let not precious moments slip by. Seek now the ultimate truth. O soul, swans, spread your wings to fly. Immortal realms which death divine. Be the conqueror of death. Kriya Yoga can do that. It can give you body immortality by living in with the circadian rhythms of the earth. Aging process is arrested. Next question. Yes.
Thank you. I was wondering if hemp or CBD could be used for like pain and stuff like that, basically, and if it's good for spirit or soul, basically. I was just curious. This has been bugging me for a while. I just want to quiet my mind as much as possible.
Did you say God, 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 God? Full faith in the supreme reality will solve any problem. So what's your question? I can't hear what you're saying. Can you break up? Can you give a gap between the first word and the second word?
Is good for pain.
You were just curious about?
Yeah, CBD or hemp, like cannabis. Yeah, like no THC, just CBD, just good for like CBD oil.
Marijuana.
Okay. Okay. So you understood my talk well. I was explaining Kriya Yoga. It was all about ganja, right? I don't know how the connection comes, but because he was a universal force, not even a planetary force. So, you see, God is enlightenment. For thousands of years, people have been trying to prove God and they have failed. For thousands of years, people have been trying to disprove God. They have also failed. So God is not a subject of intellectual speculation. God or enlightenment is not a subject of intellectual speculation. It is a subject of practice and direct experience. How can I explain to you with my mind that which is beyond mind? You must let me give you the experience. I cannot explain much about me breathing through your breath, can I? I have to give you the experience. Who don't want the experience? Raise your hands quickly. You don't want it, okay, you're out. Even if one man doesn't want the experience, I will not give it.
I misunderstood.
But it's now, nobody's going to give it. It's missed the golden opportunity. But I have a little compassion in my heart. I'll give it to you all in any case. So, this is enlightenment will be, it is by, how does a jasmine or how does a hibiscus or whatever flowers you have, a dahlia, feel when it's unfolding from a vine to a flower? Cannot explain to you. Become the dahlia, become the jasmine and unfold. Somebody asked, how does it feel to give a baby? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have to get pregnant. And then I will experience myself how it is pain and joy and wonder to give birth to a child. So enlightenment, I have to practice, enter that state and become enlightened. And then you will know. But you cannot explain in words. It is too beyond and too superior and too glorious a state. Words are so dry and dumb that you're tongue-tied. You cannot explain what enlightenment is. Yes.
My question to you is,
Omnipresence, omnipotence, and omniscience. That's what they say enlightenment is. All power, all knowledge, and ever presence. If you're the presence, you're enlightened. If you can breathe for all the people at the same time, you're enlightened. Okay? So if you ask an enlightened person, if I'm an enlightened person, I won't tell you what enlightenment is. I will be you. I will show you. Right? I'll breathe through your breath. I'll share my state of enlightenment with you. So I'll breathe today, share tomorrow my state of enlightenment with you. You can get the fringe benefit. So yours is an idle key talk question sitting on a cozy chair. Are you face comfortable? Or is hard? Okay, bear with me for an hour or two. Yes? Yes, what do you think?
my question to you is, in my experience on my path of greater awakening, more and more I feel the ability to acquire and manifest and receive a lot more in physical reality, in terms of relationships, finances, this and that. But I'm also noticing where part of me is wanting less as I have the ability to have more. And it's confusing to, I'm just curious what you have to say about that. It's like a paradox dichotomy.
It's not a paradox. Leave that to the higher mind. Leave that to your intuition. Be simple. Practice the necessary means to achieve your true goal. To know yourself. And then know your vaster self. The answer lies within you. You must practice the life force energy breath. It is known as the lightning path. One half a minute of Kriya gives you 1 year of natural spiritual unfoldment. Eagle hearts cannot wait, they want to see God now. You know how people in America are very impatient to get money, friends, girlfriends, boyfriends, the Ferrari car, the Maserati, the lottery. They want it, they say, we want it now. One American lad came, young lad, and he had a lovely t-shirt. And on the t-shirt was written, instant gratification is not enough. So he wants it before he thinks of it, he wants to be gratified. Very philosophical t-shirt. Next question. Yes.
Could you explain the basic difference between Kriya Yoga and Kundalini Yoga? If there is any essential difference.
There is no difference. There's only a complementary flow. There are 7 types of yogas. Kundalini Kriya Yoga is the name of what I teach. Because Kriya Yoga has the breath. The breath, when it is intensified, becomes pranic life force energy. And the pranic life force energy, when intensified by concentration, becomes the Kundalini energy. So there's no difference between uh, Barbara the child, Barbara the youthful woman, and Barbara the old woman. It's the same. The soul is the same. The outer body is developing and then aging. So also the yoga, like the colors of a rainbow, blend into one another. All the yogas, like the color of a yoga, blend into one another. The subjects are the same, but the university is one. So all the yogas, there's 7 types of people on this earth, and say 7 types of yoga. Bhakti yoga, karma yoga, bhakti yoga, jnana yoga, raj yoga, right? Hatha yoga, lay yoga, and tantra yoga. So the 7 types of yoga are meant for the 7 temperaments of humanity. Now I will take the last question because I have to give you the experience. I'm going to give you a little break to get ready for the experience. And please come totally relaxed and laughing, okay? Okay, now the 2 ladies, the front lady, quick. I'll finish your paper.
The Buddhist meditation is like one of the 7 or 8 type of yoga. So would there be a clash or contradiction between Buddhist meditation and this Kundalini?
Would there be a contradiction between Buddhist meditation and Kriya Yoga? Buddha was not a Buddhist. I belong to the family of Buddha. He was a Hindu, an Indian born in India. Okay? The people who follow him were Buddhists. So it's more likely that the Buddha would be correct, more correct than the Buddhists who follow him. Because due to the passage of time, it could get changed. You agree with me?
Yeah.
They never thought of it that way. Christ was not a Christian, he was a Jew. Buddha was a Hindu. And the way Buddha, we do it the way Buddha does it. But the second point of the question is, no, there is no difference between Buddhism because it came from us, it came from the land of India and went into the people who followed it. I also follow him, I'm also a Buddhist. But I'm a Buddhist who's related to him direct from his family lineage. From the Surya Vamsha, he was a great, great, great ancestral grandson of Lord Ram. The great Lord Ram, the solar initiate, the sun, the Worsley. It started from the great, from our son, Vivaswan, the grandson of who was Vaivaswat Manu. The son of Manu was Harishchandra, not Harishchandra, Ikshvaku, then Dilip, then Raghu, then Ramchandra, 47th in descent, and then 120th in descent or something was Lord God, Siddhartha Gautam, who's called the Buddha. And we are 7,000th or something in Yogiraj Siddhanath, descended from the same family. So, yes, I'm going ahead, and I'm Buddha walking ahead, Tathagat, and those who follow in my footsteps are the Tathagat. I'm not looking back. So I trust that they will do what I'm doing. It's the same thing. It won't be different. I don't see a difference in anyone. There's no difference even between the atheist and the theist. The difference is just superfluous and outward. The inner core is the same. Is there any difference between the breath of a Christian, a Buddhist, a Muslim, and a Hindu? Is there any difference? So the breath is the true yoga. Humanity are uniting religion, breath are uniting prayer. And I'm going to breathe through you the Buddhist breath, the Christian breath, the Muslim breath, the Hindu breath, or the life breath of God. It is simple. I was not born a Buddhist. I was not born a Christian. I was not born a Hindu. I was born you. I was born humanity. All these trappings and colors have been put by the ego. And how can the mother of Buddhism, the mother of Buddha, the mother of Buddha was Maya from India. So the mother source will be the same for all. Do Kriya Yoga.
Folks, let's settle back in. There was a Mileage Plus Explorer chase card found in the bathroom. Michelle Fair. There you go. Folks, you'll have some more time at the end at the merchandise and also to talk to us. So really appreciate if you can come back, take your seats. All right. Hopefully all of you had a good session, good opening session. What I wanted to do right now was tell you a little bit more about the event that's happening tomorrow. Yogi Raj mentioned about it. Essentially, you will get initiated or empowered by Yogi Raj tomorrow on the path of Kundalini Kriya Yoga. And believe me, there's a huge difference to embark on this path if you're initiated by a true master as compared to reading a book or any other teacher. So I would encourage you to talk to some of us after the next session. And I'd like the Bay Area core team, as I kind of say your name, to stand up so these folks know who to talk to find a little bit more about tomorrow's event. But before that, let me tell you what's going to happen tomorrow. So Yogi Raj initiates you on the Kriya Yoga path. You learn the different techniques that you need to do as part of this journey. All these techniques, there's Omkar Kriya, Shiv Shakti Kriya, and several others that will be answer your questions. And then finally, Arjun, the person who was at the registration desk. Can you please stand up, Arjun? He can help answer questions, and he can in fact help you register for tomorrow's event as well. So reach out to us after this next session with Guruna, and we can help you for tomorrow. Okay, so one more thing we wanted to talk about was the Mount Shasta retreat, and I'd like Pam to come here and let us know when it is and how do you kind of go to it.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you all for being here. Very happy to see so many faces. Just really quickly, and many of you who are going to become initiated and empowered into the Kriya, tomorrow you'll be practicing with acharyas. One thing you'll find is when you go on to the multi-day retreats, it's also an opportunity, because you've already learned it, you will have spent some time practicing it, it will give you an opportunity to practice with Guru Nanak. So it's a very wonderful thing. As many of you know, Mount Shasta is a spiritual vortex, and so imagine someone like Guru Nanak being there with him and meditating with him in Mount Shasta. It's a wonderful, wonderful retreat. It's August 14 through 18 for the benefactor program. That's 5 days, and then we have a shorter program that's 3 days that begins August 16th and concludes the afternoon of August 18. You can find more information about the retreat at our website, I only have 100 of these. And my plan was for whoever was interested to come and take a flyer and take it with you. This is the most recent flyer that we have for the Shasta event. It says, Yogi Raj Siddhanath, meet the presence, share his enlightenment, feel the healing, breathe the mystique of Kriya Yoga from a Himalayan master. And then it has a couple of details on there. So I only printed 100 of these, and I wasn't anticipating this, but these are spiritually charged for anyone who wants one. So I'm going to leave them at the registration table, so feel free to take one on your way out. So that's it for, please, you have a question?
Yeah, we can't make it tomorrow. Can we still register for the Shasta event?
Yes, yes, because what happens at Mount Shasta is Guru Nanak also does an initiation and an empowerment at Mount Shasta. So you don't have to have been initiated, empowered tomorrow. You can still go there and receive the initiation. Okay, and then just as a really quick business matter, if you don't all mind, I would appreciate if you could give me a show of hands for how many people heard about this event from a Facebook ad. If you could raise your hands high so that we can just see. Okay, and how many people heard about this event or learned about this event from a flyer? One person. We are in the digital age. How many people came here because they saw a video of Guru Nanak on YouTube? Okay, thank you. And then how many people came here because they saw an ad in a magazine? Okay, thank you for bearing with me and taking care of that little bit of business with me. Guru Nanak will be back with us momentarily, so please just sit and relax. Thank you. You have a question?
I saw that on Instagram.
There you go.
You saw an ad on Instagram?
There you go. That's what I wanted to ask.
Ah, can I get a show of hands for Instagram?
One.
Okay, no, like two, like less than 5. Okay, thank you everyone. Oh, thank you, Michelle. Friend, word of mouth. There we go. Thank you, everybody.
Nath will be out soon.
About this much. That's all. Sit here. So I have the responsibility of passing on to you a truth. This is an unorthodox truth. It's not sung in the churches every day. It's not interacted in society every day. So it is transferring the life energy. In America, can you lessen the volume? In America, can you hear me at the back now? Okay. We have a saying called laying his life on the line. That's what I'm going to do. Let me tell you what's the line first on which I'm going to lay my life. Laying the life on the line is your spinal cord is the line. The life is my breath. Within the breath there is a thing called the force, pran, chitti, from which the word chi is being taken and showcased. Chi is a Sanskrit word derived from chitti, which means life force energy. Okay, I can do it. But can you receive it?
Yeah.
Okay, you're ready to receive it. But I can do many things when I lay my life on the line for you. My life and your life becomes one. You know, there's a hymn we used to sing in church when I was small. My Catholic and Christian upbringing, which I loved so much. Oh Lord, make my life and let it be your light and life eternally. That's what I'm going to demonstrate. But here it's the opposite. I'm giving you my life and light to make it your life eternally so that you can progress along the path. Because I'm just your projected self. The whole humanity is one. At the level of consciousness, humanity is one. But as you come down by permutation, combination, the ego creates a lot of differences. And as you go higher and higher, you unite more and more. The world is not ready for this. But we must keep trying and keep making the effort, and soon everything will turn positive. I'm going to mark time for some time. I'm going to wait a little time till I feel that the mindset of everybody is ready and open. Please relax your shoulders, open body language, and be acceptable. And now all of you, all of you, as you are paying attention to me, I am here before you. Can everybody see me? Okay. So you're before me and you're breathing and I'm breathing. It's a simple process. I have to do this. You just have to be receptive. Don't let your mind interfere. Open the heart and be receptive. This is one of the litmus tests of a master. Ask who a master is. So I breathe through your breath. This is how it is. All of you are breathing. And you breathe gently. With closed eyes, but focusing on me. With closed or open eyes. Keep breathing. Then I will give you a sign. I will give you a sign and a symbol. Like, that's what I'll do. I'll clap like that. And I will enter your breath. But how do you know that I've entered your breath? The moment I say, don't get nervous, keep breathing, keep breathing. At that exact instant, depending upon your empathy with me, your empathy and your receptivity to me, when you're listening to me, your breath will become longer, richer, and deeper to the extent of your receptivity to me, to the extent of your empathy to me. Some people will feel it very clearly, and the least attentive people whose mind is interfering, they'll do this. This is what they do in America. Did you feel it? In Hawaii they do this. No, they do this. So please don't do this. Please receive it, okay? It's not a daily thing. I know this comes when we Indians from India, who are your life, breath, and your brothers, the humanity is one. Nevertheless, it comes as a culture shock. How can one person breathe through the breath of all people? It's not done in the mall every day, right? It's not when you breathe very. So this is what is the thing. Now you breathe. I want to see your receptivity. When I ask you for your feedback, you put your hands up, don't put it like this. So I'll know how receptive a people I have for tomorrow's experience, today I'm giving you, laying my life on the line. Tomorrow I will share with you my soul consciousness. But unless you get this, you won't get the confidence that that is possible. It's also possible to give your soul. A master, even in the case of Christ, he gave his life and soul for the redemption of humanity. And it's not a big deal. We are not doing a favor by laying our life on the line for you. We're meant to do that. Otherwise we'll get uneasy, we'll get restless. Our nature is that. It's not a big deal that a plumeria or a pikaki flower or a jasmine gives you fragrance. It's meant to do that. It's its nature to do that. It's the nature of the spectacle to the king cobra to sting anyone who comes in his path. He's not doing you a favor by killing you. It's his nature to do it. So it's my nature to lay our life on the line for you because you are my larger self. And I'm breathing through my larger self because I have realized that humanity is our uniting prayer, and at the level of consciousness, humanity is one. So we want to show to the United Nations and the people of the world by this experiment that humanity, you are one. Why are you quarreling? Why are you fighting? What are the differences? So if I can breathe through your breath, does it mean there's a connection between you and me? There has to be. Otherwise I can't breathe through your breath. How can I just trespass into your house? House is different. I'm trespassing into the central canal of your spine, which is more intimate than the American hug. I believe I hear that the American hug is very intimate. They hug you very tight. But this is external. I'm going into the essence of your being, from the pituitary gland, from the third ventricle, down and up the hollow of the spine. The spinal cord has thin silken stalk of a lotus stem. That's the Sushumna. You know what is the whole sort of the Sushumna? Raise your hand, the Sushumna Nadi. All yogis here, great yogis. Come on, put your hands up. Everybody put your hands up. Everybody put your hands up. Because now you'll know what it is. So the spine is a hollow tube. Within the tube there's another tube, which is like a silken thread. And that's where the breath will go from. Be receptive. If you want to be more receptive, be relaxed. The more relaxed you are, the less your mind will interfere. Don't let the mind botch it up, huh? Because that's a lower thing. We're going into intuitive things of God's perfume and flavor and motion. Okay, so now you breathe. Focus on me and breathe. And keep breathing. Gently inhale and gently exhale. Tune in. The breath. Focus on me. I'm here. And when I clap, your breath will become longer, richer, and deeper. Tune in to me at the same wavelength. Keep breathing, keep breathing. Keep breathing. Relax. Inhale slowly and exhale. I'm entering your breath as I clap. If you're receptive, your breath will become longer, richer, and deeper. Ready? Keep breathing. Very good, very good. Tune in to me. Form the rainbow color bridge between your heart and my heart. And my words will lengthen your breath now. You breathe with great facility and ease. Rich and long and deep. Very good. Ground yourself now. Come down. A large, receptive and good crowd. Come down. Open your eyes and relax. Okay. I have now clapped and I have breathed through your breath. I've laid my life on the line. Each of you, to varying degrees, each according to their own receptivity, have received. Some may not have, but most probably. All those whose breath lengthened after I clapped, raise your hands and look back and see. Raise your hands right up. I want to see the whole hall. Okay. You can look back, you can turn around, stand up and turn around and look. The people in the front can look back. This is the receptivity, the first time this has happened. Okay, put your hands down. Those who did not receive any breath, raise your hands. Excellent. Okay, just as I said excellent, two guys raise their hands. Please stand up. I'm going to help you. Please stand up. I have to serve you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 people. 7 people. Why did you not receive it? Your mind came in the way. Did you see all the other hands going up? Now you relax. Okay, you people, be totally relaxed and smile. When I clap, observe your breath. You will be breathing. It will give it a push. I'll be assisting your breath. I'll do it again. Okay? Sit down, guys. Now the people, those 5 or 6 people, please relax your heart, drop your mind, open your heart. Sit feelingly and not thinkingly. Am I able to explain this to you? I should be a very good teacher, I think. Do not sit thinkingly. That will mess it up, it will botch up the experience. Sit feelingly. Did you get it? You got it? You got it? You got it? Okay. So sit with the open heart, sit feelingly, and form the rainbow, arco baleno, from your heart to my heart, okay? You all see the rainbow, right? Form the rainbow connection, heart to heart. This time you'll get it. Okay, breathe. Keep breathing. Everybody breathe. Now form the rainbow between your heart and my heart, the Golden Gate Rainbow Bridge between your heart and my heart, and breathe. Relax more and more. You're breathing the love of God. With every breath, you are creating God within yourself. What can be more beautiful? Tune into the Sadguru who is before you, the Master is before you. Relax your mind. Sit feelingly, open the heart. Get ready for the clap. When I clap, your breath will become longer, richer, and deeper. Ready? This time better. Keep breathing. I'm breathing through your breath. I'm pushing your breath. I'm assisting your breath. Breathe rich and long and deep. Okay, ground yourself and relax. Okay, I'm just trying to get everybody on the same page because I'm going to go ahead with the breathing exercises and show you that how a yogi can control and can give his love to other people. It's not a control of force, it's a control of love and freedom. So out of those 6 people this time, those 6 people who received it this time, raise your hands. The lengthening of the breath, longer, richer, deeper. Raise your hands. Please raise your hands right up. Can I see it right up out of those 6 people? Raise your hands right up. Right up. 1, 2, 3, 4. And who didn't receive it? Okay. So I'll have to visit you in the night when you sleep. Because it's knotted. The head has got knotted up. Some tension with your boss or some family tension is there which is not allowing this. We'll do it. One person is, I'm not going to push it too much. I'm going to go to the next stage now. Now this time I'm going to do something. See, if you want to enjoy it, you have to listen to me, you have to be receptive, otherwise you're not going to enjoy it. I'm going to clap the first time. Your breath will become longer, richer and deeper. I have no time to wait because time is short. I'll clap the second time. Leave your breathing, leave the willful breath. I'll still continue your breath. Anybody not understood what I'm saying? Everybody understood what I'm saying? Aye? Yes, yes. Yes? You want an explanation? Then what do you want? What? Thumbs up. Okay. So, the first time I'll clap, I'll do it very fast. Your breath will become longer, richer and deeper. I can't wait. Longer, richer and deeper. Then, you'll carry on breathing. Then I'll tell you, leave the willful breath. Then you leave because you're willing your breath. Except that I'm making it longer, richer. And I say, leave the willful breath and go to the watchful breath. Then you watch your natural breath. And you'll see me breathing up and down for you. That's what I'm supposed to be. What a servant of humanity is to do. He's your secretary. He's supposed to say, I have no time today. Guru, just breathe for me. I'm busy with some work. So even the president and these guys don't have a secretary to breathe for them. You will have a secretary to breathe for you. Are you happy with that? Yes. It's a super luxury. Do you get it? It strikes you slow, but it strikes you. I'm impressed. So try to be more receptive and be quick, okay? And then after that, I will move my hands in a certain way. And the receptive of you, you'll see that your breath is moving exactly like my hands are moving. Even now you'll see the energy is moving like my hand. How many can feel it now? The energy moving. That's all. The old guys, excellent. Of the new people. In your spine it's moving. That's very good, very good. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? You have to be receptive. With me, I can't take kindergarten classes all the time. I have to take advanced classes. So please drop your stupid mind and open your beautiful heart for a change, because you can use that mind for your office work, okay? Not when you're in the house of God. It's all love. So don't sit listening to me thinkingly. Sit listening to me feelingly. Have you understood? I know it's not common day grammar or English. It's a different way I'm putting it, but you have to understand. Okay, we start now. Okay, are you ready? Aye? Aye. Okay, breathe. You'll enjoy it. The more you relax, you enjoy it. Sit feelingly like a child of 5. Drop all inhibition and armor and sit like a child of 5, feelingly, not thinkingly. Don't think at all. You can't think in front of God. How stupid. He is the great one. Think feelingly. Sit feelingly. Open the heart, drop all inhibitions. Form the rainbow bridge between your heart and my heart and begin to breathe. Ready? You're willfully breathing, but I'm assisting your breath and you can feel it clearly. Now, when I clap the second time, keep breathing, please. Do not stop. Very well, you're doing very well. You're being empowered now by the grace of Shaktipat, the divine Kundalini energy. Keep breathing. Why you stop breathing? Keep breathing. Sit straight. Keep the spine straight. And keep breathing. Now, when I clap the second time, you are breathing willfully now. With the will, you are inhaling and exhaling. Stop the willful breath and switch to the watchful breath, soft style. Just your natural breath, and I will carry your breath up the spine and down the spine. I. Okay, carry on, breathe. Sit feelingly, become a child of 5. Form the rainbow bridge between your heart and my heart. I switch from the willful to the watchful breath when I clap, and still you'll breathe. Ready? You're not breathing, I'm breathing. Very good. Relax, relax. Let me breathe for you. Don't sit thinkingly, sit feelingly. Form the rainbow bridge between your heart and my heart. You're doing a very good job. Okay, relax. Now, the first time I clapped, when you were the willful breath, how many felt the lengthening of the breath very distinctly? Raise your hands. Okay, put your hands down. The second time when I clapped, how many left the breath and just watched the breath? Raise your hands. How many understood to leave it? And how many felt me breathing through your breath in spite of you not breathing willfully? Raise your hands. Okay, that is excellent. Give them a hand. I know it's very difficult. I'm asking too much for you post PhD for the first time, but it's very, very good. I'm very happy. You all are advanced souls. In the kindergarten, you're advanced souls. But you've got to go to higher states. Now, how many felt their breath totally, these are also good states, totally stopped when they link to the watchful breath? When I clap, the breath stopped completely. Raise your hands. And that, give them a hand. That's very good. And how many felt when the breath stopped, they felt a certain energy moving up and down the spine? Raise your hands. They felt an energy when the breath stopped, still the certain energy. That is very good. That's very good. Give them a hand. So today I've given you my breath, tomorrow I'll give you my soul. Okay? Not the sole of my feet, but the soul of my heart. Okay? Not the soul which ladies pedicure, not that soul. Soul of my heart. Okay, So this is, now I'm going to go with the more advanced people. The more and more sensitive people will keep feeling more. As you breathe, I'm going to move the breath in your spine with my hands. And your eyes will be glued to my hands. And your awareness will be in your spine. And your breath will move like that. Don't breathe, don't interfere your mind because it cannot comprehend it and it will botch it up. Just do as I say. Okay? Begin to breathe. Inhale gently like a child of 5. And exhale gently like a child of 5. Come on, gently. Relax, relax. Drop all inhibition. Become a child of 5. Sit feelingly, not thinkingly, and let form the rainbow colored bridge. The rainbow colored bridge between your heart and my heart, and breathe. And as you breathe, open your eyes and look at me. I'm going to move your breath in your spine. Look at me. Keep breathing, keep breathing. That's how the breath's moving in your spine. Depends upon your receptivity. Stop. Okay, now the feedback. How many felt the movement, the first movement of the hand this way? Raise your hands. Excellent. Give him a hand. Very good, very good, very good. How many felt the difficult one, that is this one, the breath crossing? Raise your hands. Okay. So very good, give them a hand. So, what happened with the mind came in the way. How can it be? How can the Guru do it from here? He's not touching us. He's not even got a remote. I'm the remote, you're the TV. It's finished. We don't have to do it like America or Europe and all do it. We can improvise new methods. This is a new one. So my question to you, I'm controlling the life of your breath, the life force. So if I'm controlling your life, if you're in danger, can I save your life? Does it make sense? If I cannot breathe through you, and I just talk, like the lecturers come and talk, they said, I'll protect you, my protection is with you. Don't believe it. He has to show it. Show me the money. Show me the money. Show the damn stuff first. Can you do it? If he can do it and breathe through your breath, then he can protect you. There must be a minimum receptivity to him. If he can control your life force, your breath here, he can help you in your breath. So if I'm sitting in India and you ask for help here, if I'm doing it for a period of 25 feet, 50 feet, can I not do it from 10,000 miles? Aye. Who believes I can breathe from there when they call me? Raise your hands. Whenever you're doing Kriya, who believes this? Why do you believe it? Can anybody tell me why? Why they believe it?
Because you experience
Put your hand down. Why do you believe it?
Because you experience it.
Because you experienced it. If I had not given you any experience and just said it for talking like all the people in Satsang talk, then who would believe it? Raise your hands. If I had given no experience. But still, we go to people who talk, and we keep going to them and we don't believe them because it's in the books. But they themselves cannot do it. You got to move it, man. You got to move it. If I can't move my pran, my life and your life, then I cannot protect your life. So the person who protects and saves you from harm's way is the Sadguru. He is saving you. You cannot call it the savior, it will be a blasphemy and hypocrisy, but he is the savior. But how many people do this? I'm trying to get to brass tacks. Time is running out. You people are wasting your time going here and there. If a guy, the litmus test of a true master is he transforms and gives you the experience. It's not by talk, or not by 10,000, not by the following, nor by the talk you judge a master. You judge him by what he can give you, the experience he can give you. Do you agree to that? Yes. 100%. So I am not telling you to follow me, or follow my faith, or follow any religion. I'm telling you to self into yourself, to realize the self. That's all I'm telling you. Tomorrow we have the empowerment initiations. I've already opened the channel of the spine and given you the empowerment before your time. Is it the same place that the empowerment initiation is the same place? Over here tomorrow. It is at the same place. And what time does it start? Nobody knows.
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock. And I will be here at what time?
11.
I'll be here at 11 o'clock. You start at 10. So I will meet you people here tomorrow to give you the main experience, which is my soul consciousness. The soul consciousness. Ultimately, a human being is pure awareness. I will give you pure awareness because I have experienced that pure awareness. The Krishna said, I am pure awareness. The Buddha said, I am pure awareness, the great void. I will give you the void, but I will give you something more. Besides the void, besides the experience of the highest samadhi, I will give you. You will see the rainbow colors of the rainbow man around my body. Violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, and red will be orange. That's called the rainbow man. Padma Sambhava has shown this many times. Padma Sambhava has shown it, and I will also show you. Padma Sambhava has shown it, and I will also show you. Padma Sambhava was another Buddha who did a lot of work in this world. Padma Sambhava was born in India near the Danakosh lake, near Mandi. It was a place in India where the second Buddha was born. He was born to the king of India, Indrabodhi. His name was Indrabodhi. How many of you have heard of Padma Sambhava? Padma Sambhava. Okay. So now, but the sensitive of you today, also you can see the aura, the cottony white gold aura and the violet indigo blue. How many are seeing part of the aura now? The old people should be able to see it because you saw it automatically without expecting it, right? Now I want to develop your eyes so that you can see all the 7 colors of the master. That's another litmus test of the master. He should give you a practical experience. He should put his money where his mouth is. He should walk his talk. And if he says that humanities are uniting religion and breath are uniting prayer, you're going to say, show us, Gurunath, how breath is our uniting prayer. And I showed you how breath is our uniting prayer. I united you all with my breath. That's the litmus test. That's the linchpin. Experience has to be given, no matter how. A man has 10 million following. Lady Gaga has 2 billion following on the website. That doesn't mean she's a realized master. because the people are at the shallow level, so they just go for the outward show. So never take things by the outward show, for the feather flies high, but the pearl lies low. What did I say? Say after me. Never take things by the outward show.
Never take things by the outward show.
For the feather flies high, but the pearl lies low. But in America they say it's all about packaging. Doesn't matter what's inside. So I'm saying you can paint the feather, but don't take away the pearl. Let the feather and the pearl be beautiful. So you go for the pearl, go deep. May God bless you and give you success on the path. This is all I can do for you. Nothing more than laying my life down for you, and tomorrow I give you my soul. You share, you would all be interested what is in the consciousness of the Master. Who all would be interested to know what thoughts and what things are going on in my mindless mind? Raise your hands. Raise your hands. Okay, put down your hand. And raise your hands. How many people would like me to know what's going on in your mind? Are you serious? You girls are serious? You'll be shocked. You really want to know? Yes. But I won't tell you now. I'll tell you all in secret, one by one, what's going on in your mind. Is that fair enough? It's a fair contract. So you will see what's in. There is no mind. Tomorrow, your mind will melt in my consciousness like a cube of sugar melts in a cup of coffee. Right? You see how a cube, it melts so fast, right? So your mind will just, it will be skittled away, there will be no thoughts. So tomorrow I'm going to give you my consciousness, my soul awareness, where you will experience a thought-free state of enlightenment, profound peace. Aye? Who's interested in getting that experience? Raise your hands. Raise your hands. All of you. These people are not interested in getting that experience of soul consciousness. The lady in the green, she's not raised her hand. Oh, she raised the other hand. So that means I'm expecting to see you here tomorrow. Aye? Okay, let's see. Let's see if I see you here tomorrow. And let me promise you that you will not be disappointed with what you get. That when you go home and you call me at any time, you should have some photo or some. If you speak to that photo and say, Nath, help me with my Kriya, your breath will become longer, richer and deeper. Then you can contact my website and say, yes, I give this feedback, I received the experience. That is the test of an authentic rabbi, a rabboni. Jesus was called a rabbi, right? A rabboni, they called him master, rabbi, rabboni. So he must be able to project and lay his life on the line for his disciples. The good shepherd will pull the sheep by the power of his pranic breath, by his life energy. If you cannot understand this, then you will understand nothing. And now, before I conclude, I'm going to take just a few question answers. I'm very happy with the results. May God bless you. My blessings are today you'll get a very nice and profound sleep. Don't be late for tomorrow. Now, a few questions which urgently need to be, yes, the man at the back with the white sleeve. No, you don't have any sleeves. Yeah, that man. Yes, that's the one. Whose sleeves are, who's that? Yeah. No. Oh? Angelo.
So I'd like to know, how do we experience the divine celestial music in the cranium?
I would like to know, how do we experience the black, 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 black?
The divine music, the celestial music in the silence.
Celestial music does not only concern of fancy tunes. It concerns, it is composed of your laughter, our presence. It is by the people, for the people, of the people. Celestial music is the ambience that is created around here. Your question that is created around here. It not be a singing song. It can be a spoken word. Celestial music breaks the bounds and bonds of human music. And it can be heard later when you do the Kundalini Yoga. As she arises, you hear different musics of the flute, the harp, the gong, rushing waters. That is the celestial music. As the Kundalini rises in your spine, there's a make-break of electron, protons and neutrons, which make a sound in your inner consciousness. That you will hear much later as you practice. Some people don't hear the music and their Kundalini is already awakened. It depends upon individual to individual. Okay, next question. Yes.
So if I'm doing already a Kriya, a Shambhavi Kriya from Satyur Jaggi Vasudeva, would doing this Kriya affect the body in a positive?
Do you want an honest answer, or do you want a hypocritical, a society answer, a political answer? Or do you want a direct answer?
Whatever you feel is appropriate.
This question shouldn't even be asked when I breathe through your breath. I don't want to say anything about anyone. Don't waste time. Come tomorrow, do this Kriya Yoga. You need nothing more. Those are great people, world famous people, they are social leaders, but not the yogic masters, according to my realization. I don't want to say anything about anyone, but the direct answer is no, do what I do, unless he has given you the experience of breathing through the breath. And this is for all of you, not any particular person or master. If they can give you the experience, do it. Otherwise, don't waste your time. That's my advice. And then you are free to do what you want to do. You asked me, so I told you. Don't waste your time. Gurunath is enough. I have to be honest. I can't waste yours and my time. You're going to get nothing then. Nothing. Sorry. And don't ask questions, personal questions. Yes?
So I do 1 hour of seated Buddhist meditation,
Yes.
1 hour in the morning.
Yes.
So if I come for tomorrow, that means how am I going to combine or clash or?
The answer is, I'm not speaking hypocrisy or political or trying to be shy. The Buddha is before you. He has sent me. Come to me, I will give you what he practiced. Do you want to know what the Buddhists practice or what Buddha practiced? What do you want to know? Who wants to know what the Buddha practiced? Raise your hands. Finished. I have to give it because time is short. No, I can't. You may call me rude or you can, I don't mind. But I have to tell you the truth. You can't be dumb, man. Once you get the experience, when people ask these people like that, can you do this? Can you breathe through the breath? And he said, no, I cannot breathe through the breath. And cannot awaken the Kundalini, and nobody can in the world. There's one or two. But I know one person, he stays in Pune. He's a household yogi. He has an ashram in Pune. They've said that. But there's no direct confrontation. If there's a direct confrontation, then I will breathe and let them breathe. Then people like you will understand. Otherwise, how to make you understand? But yet, honor everyone. Do it if you like. I'm not saying don't do. Do your Buddhist meditation. Do the Jaggi meditation. Okay? But don't miss this meditation. This is a world movement. I don't know about what you're doing, but don't miss this meditation. Next question. Yes?
How do you know if your Kundalini is already risen?
What?
How do you know if your Kundalini is already risen?
You know your Kundalini is not fully awakened because you're in this hall before a master who has awakened his Kundalini millions of years ago. Is that clear? If it were awakened, you wouldn't be here. They are awakened to certain extents. There are 7 layers, but fully awakened I'm talking about. Yes, and I'm going to expedite that awakening. I'm going to expedite the other layers, deeper layers of Kundalini to awaken. Under protected care of me, who is breathing through your breath and controlling your breath. Did you get the movement of the breath? Go to other masters and try to get that. If they're there, I'll be happy to lead you. Otherwise, I'll cling on to you. Yes?
Does humanity include the animal kingdom when you're talking about the breath? Does that include animals as well, or are we just talking about humans?
When I was in school, I learned psychology or something, or some subject, and the teacher just taught me, man is a rational animal. I don't know what they meant by that. Man is a developed animal. You see, humanity includes all sentient and non-sentient beings. Till every plant, every lichen, every rock is evolved, the work of evolution shall carry on. And these forces, which are eternal forces, shall come again and again and again and do the great work of the avatar and the bodhisattvas and the Buddhas. First, the Buddhas and the Sadgurus breathing through the breath were coming every 2,500 years, 2,000 years. Then the great Buddha at Ando Shankapa made this promulgation. He beseeched Babaji, the great Shiv Guru, the Adi Buddha, that a Buddha should come, a Buddhic power and a Bodhisattvic power. Avtaric power should always be on earth every 100 years. He should incarnate, his presence should never leave the earth. So the blue marble is very precious to us. Our planet is called the blue marble from space. It looks like a little blue marble. So, yes, I've even forgotten your question. What did you say?
Oh, I was asking if by humanity we also include the animal kingdom.
Yes, it includes the animal kingdom. We take off the kitty and the doggy, I'll take care of both. Okay, next question. Yes?
Is heaven a creation of a man, or is it really some other place?
Creation of man? 18.5 million years ago, the Adi Buddha, Shiv Goraksha Babaji, came in their Markaba, their chariots of fire, and formed the first nursery on this earth 18.5 million years ago, where the old man who sprung from the Cro-Magnon man, I think the Neanderthal and the Cro-Magnon mix, they sprung up from them, and they got this first spark of emotion which developed into devotion. And so the process of yoga and meditation began on this little planet. It was always there on other planets. So the evolution was there. Great. Next question. Yes?
How do you convince yourself that time is an illusion?
Don't convince yourself about anything. Practice the necessary means, do the necessary act. Don't convince yourself, that mango shake is good enough. Go and have the mango shake or the strawberry shake and then satisfy yourself. Step out on it. Don't just live in the imagination, flight of fancy. I'm telling you, don't live. If I'm just telling you, okay, imagine that I'm breathing through your breath. You won't be happy. You'll say, this fellow is trying to take us for a ride. I have to actually breathe through your breath. Is that right? And when I breathe through your breath, there is no question. You don't have to go to anybody, but I don't stop you from doing anything. And I honor those people and I bow to all your teachers and your social leaders and gurus, who you call gurus. But what I'm saying, the Sadguru has certain litmus test. He should be able to constantly 24/7 radiate a healing energy from his body. He should be able to breathe through your breath, and he should be able to give you a thought-free state of samadhi, which I'm giving tomorrow. If he doesn't give these three, put him to the test. If I don't give it, sir, I'm at your service. Put me to the test. If I fail, chuck me out of the window. Throw me in the trash. But if I don't fail you, then please obey the path of the Lord. You understand? Because very few people, you are fortunate. I have to tutor you like this because you're in the kindergarten. So I'm teaching you. It's not about me or you. I don't need to show off my powers and my siddhis. I'm just trying to give you a faith that it's high tide now. Ride the wave and get to success and glory. And your individual practices you can carry on. If I were there, I would not, because I had no time. I would just do my own Kriya Yoga and get straight to God. Because I know what it is. I've met all the people you've said. They know who I am. The time will come when I will come face to face with all of them. Then I will breathe and then I will tell them to breathe. Yeah, because they can, I suppose. But why are they holding it back? Why don't you give our children the goodies? Why don't you give them the truth? They are suffering. They've got stress. They are in agony. There's emotional hunger and suffering. We have to by practical means. But I have to be careful of the karma. With one wave of my hand, I can take away your tensions. Even now. But I'm not here to show you my powers. I'm here to get you on the path of Kriya Yoga, and gradually, when I appear to you in my astral form in the dreams, I will guide you then. Person to person, individually, personal guidance I will give to all the 7 billion people at the same time, at different places, different countries, at different levels of consciousness. This is the power of the presence, the Atma. You get it?
Aye.
Quickie, quick, next question. Quickie, quick. Yes? I talked about what?
Can you talk about karma and reincarnation?
And reincarnation? Okay. To talk about it, I can carry on for 2 days, but what's your urgency? I mean, what is the need to know that? Just I can read the poem if you get me the book. Wings to Freedom. I'm going to finish this now. Yes, yes. Is the karma in there? The poetry of karma. Where's the poetry? Get the poetry book. You see, karma is the cause of action and reaction. It's called the triform karma. The karma is based on Newton's law of motion. Karma means to do, to do. Okay? So now in the movies and all, 2 things have become very popular in the English language. They've included it. My karma, my car ran over my karma. And the second is my mantra. They do mantra. I didn't know what mantra was. So now, how many people have to go now? I don't want to keep you back. So if you have to go, you're welcome to leave any time you want. No problem, I won't. I'm just finishing this poem, then I'll finish the whole thing. What is karma? I brushed aside this is a poetry I've made. I brushed aside the curtain of the window of mine eye and beheld the sparkling truth that within me did reply. O man, you're not this house of flesh which sleeps, decays and dies. You are immortal consciousness, Lord of the earth and the skies. Then burdened why am I with this coat of flesh and bone? I questioned earnestly that truth, my very conscious home. Soliloquy, I asked myself, why am I burdened with all this suffering? The quote your seed desire was, whose fruit is now your own, created by yourself, you must reap what you have sown. So all the sufferings are your own doing in the past. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction, Newton's third law of motion. Is this also the reason for the hardships of my life? Yes, each cause has its relation, just as husband has a wife. Every action, its reaction has, with certainty that's true. Do good works, results of which shall mold your life anew. I? Pray tell me why the difference betwixt the people on this earth. Why do some have poverty, some no financial dearth? Why some sad and others gay, some sick and others strong? Is this the outcome of past deeds of personal right and wrong? You've spoken well and seem to know God's mathematic law. All wrongs must be redressed indeed. This fact has no flaw. All rights are rewarded in proportion and no more. To each one is meted out his exact and proper score. This is the law of karma. And I will read this tomorrow. With this, I must end today's session. Anandavanandakaraprasannam Jnanasvarupam Nijvodharupam Yogendramidiyam Bhagarogya Vaidyam Srimad Gurum Nityam Maham Bhajam. God bless and Godspeed. Please remain seated. Please remain seated.
Folks, there are some light snacks and beverages on the side, and most of the Hamsas will be around if you need to ask questions or know about tomorrow's event.
Thank you.
Who wants to know where you are? Just to talk to you. He says he's got his clothes with you. I don't know how that works.